everyone, Anthea De Silva here, continuing our virtual tour of Each for Equal at the Griffith Regional Art Gallery. We really miss you and we hope you're staying well and creative. Our feature artist today is Tarr. Now Di is prolific. In previous videos we've shared some of her artwork in collaborative projects she's done with Lisa Taliano on the wall at Green Gecko and with Veronica-Collins. Mixed media works that combine acrylic, glass, stainless steel, wood chips and stone. In Each for Equal, Di combines ceramics and macramé, creating representations of women from an ancient Egyptian past. Two of these works are wonderfully huge. Cleopatra, Goddess and Manipulator of Power, who died in 40 BC, hovers at one end of the gallery, a textile piece that Di created from wool and cotton. Cleopatra, the fabled Queen of the Nile, believed herself to be a living goddess. Apparently she spoke as many as a dozen languages and was educated in mathematics, philosophy, oratory and astronomy. She lived at a time when power grabs and murder plots were as much a tradition as incestual family marriages. Like many women in history, her lifestyle has been sensationalised, scandalised, dramatised, and the shadows cast by Di's piece and the shadows of the shadows, the penumbra, evoke some of this mystery and movement. On the wall opposite, we find Hatshepsut, foremost of noble women, who was one of the first females disguised as a male to become Pharaoh. Inspired by an Egyptian ruler from about 3,500 years ago who claimed the space usually filled by a man. Not the first or last, is undoubtedly the best known female ruler of ancient Egypt after Cleopatra VII, and one of the most successful monarchs in ancient Egypt. Hatshepsut has become one of the most celebrated and controversial women in Egypt and the ancient world in general. In these works, Di speaks to lives lived hidden by the circumstances of one's gender, of women disguising themselves as men, and invites us to reflect on how unsubtle the blight of genderism is still in contemporary society. We have got to get it together now, numbers 1, 2 and 3 suggest other stories. In these mixed media works, Di and Veronica have used mirrors which can invite the viewer to reflect on our complicity in what's happening on our planet now. International Women's Day chose Each for Equal as its theme in 2020 to focus on gender equity and to recognise that we can actively choose to challenge stereotypes, to fight bias, to broaden perceptions, improve situations and celebrate women's achievements. Collectively, whatever gender we were born or identify with, each one of us can help create a gender equal world. Gender equality is essential for economics and communities to thrive. Thank you, Tarr, for drawing our attention to the stories of women throughout time so that we can all reflect again on notions of power, of privilege and humanity.